All right. I'm in the Mirage Cup. I'm in the weekend round, final round. The Mirage 9-hole cup. Let's open up some chests. Let's clear off some slots. Take care of some business. I actually shot the walkthrough, shot a qualifying round, so I did make some notes. I don't think I have a club card trading available yet. All right, hole number one. We got one more chest. One more chest to open. Getting some more comments. Fill in some slots. All right, hole number one. Hole number one. All right, I'm doing the max overpower hook. And I am orange ring off on this transitional surface. And I take the wind out. And I need to catch it all. Extra mile. Here we roll. Here we roll. Extra mile. I'll take that bag right there. I'm going to take a Zerk. The big bad berserker. Let's get one of those chests rolling. Maybe save a few jimmies. Off we roll. Now, if I get down into that area and I end up in the sand of the rough, I have no idea what the adjustment is there. I was trying the shot just to try and blast it out there without doing the hook. And from the rough out there, 2 rings off, fully extended. Everything I can get on it. 3-3. I'm going to move about a ring and 3/4, which puts me about a ring into power. Max overpower hook. And I got all of it. Now this first bounce trajectory, that's good. I'm right in the middle. You need a second bounce there. So I was so far to the right. I needed to go out just a little bit. And what that wind did was on the first part of the drive, it's pushing it farther forward. So when it makes the bend around, it puts you more off on this side right here, and the fairway's deeper here in the middle. So if you can stay to the left and catch it deeper, you can get a second bounce on this fairway, and then it'll clear that rough. But if your second bounce is in the rough, you're going to get stuck in it. So from this spot right here, I was doing a 2. I'm kind of like at 3/4 club. Maybe slightly in front of 3/4. And so I tried like 2.5, but I'm just going to use a max Nirvana number at 2.0 per ring. I'll see if I can see if the wind's conducive for that rough bump. And there's max. I'm in that 2 per ring range. So it's going to be 4 and a 7th. It'll be two rings and a little. Two rings and a little. Getting it perfect. Let's see if I can catch the spot. Just a little off. Need to turn my grid on. What was I thinking? I like it a lot better when I'm playing with the grid, as far as like moving the ball. Now this direction from over here with a sniper is a killer shot. Not that you can't make it with a big dog, but it's always nice to have ball guide. Now your sniper doesn't hit as far, so if you don't bring out a big enough ball, you may find yourself way back in the back and having to use a lot of topspin. And the problem with being way back there is it puts you more in line with the sand. So you're trying to hit and bring it around that sand. I haven't hit from that side for a long time. I've hit over there, but it's not the shot that I hardly ever play in tournaments. Not for a long, long time. In the hole. That is an alveolable hole, though. Would have been better if I'd have been up there in my Kingfisher range. Which is where I've been. I've been in like mid Kingfisher with that hook. All right. We got a serious chance on this next hole. Hole number 2. Let's go look at it. Let me go remind myself what we're looking at. Hole number 2. All right. I'm hitting out here. I'm trying this. I almost always play from here and come around in tournaments, but I'm playing. Now, there is a shot from here, and the last time we played this, I played this shot where you're just trying to get to the tip so that you can do the rough bump. But I'm playing from out here, trying to bring it around. I'm still trying to get as max distance as I can out here, so I'm going to use a Kingmaker and an extra mile. Kingmaker, extra mile. We want to get as much curl as we can, or side spin as we can. I will probably have to apply curl, but I want to get as much side spin as we can possibly get. That is the bag. Off we roll. Let's go get an eagle right here. Let's go get an eagle on this hole. Let's put myself in a spot. I'm doing 10% to the cup. And I've got in my notes to bring a guardian, but I think a sniper will work. Because I actually think where I'm at, I'm actually in long iron. Maybe. I've got guardian written down here, so I must have been in my guardian range. See what my opponent's trying to do. Unless there's a red line issue on the other side, and or with low wind balls. If you can get, because you can do a rough bump there and just get out on that island so that you can do that shot, you can bring a low wind ball. You can bring a low power, low wind ball, and if you can get on that island and stick it, I think the shot, you got a better shot from the island than you do on that side. All right. There's 5. And a little. I'm going to pull off just a little bit more. I want to give that, I want to have that second bounce be pretty close to being dead center in the middle of the fairway. 3 miles an hour. It's about a ring and a half. And I'm going to apply curl to bring it back around the bend. Hitting it perfect. And it's the second bounce if it clears. The closer you can get, the more distance I can get out there, and just trying to run it out as far as I can. The farther I can get out, the more I get around that sand trap that's down there, and I can get a straighter in look at the hole. And on this shot, I'm going to do a 10% to the cup. I'm not sure. I think I've been using a guard. I think I took a guardian out here because it seemed like in one-on-one, especially if you had a lower power ball, a guardian got you up there. But I think the distance I'm getting, I should be able to get at it with a, if not my grizzly, my sniper. Good try. Let's get the hole closer. Okay, do I have a window? I have a big ass window. Excellent. There's max. There's min. So I'm right at mid club. So I'm mid grizzly. Mid grizzly's 1.1 per ring. Do four backspin and a half a side spin. .9 divided by 1.1. I'm just going to do a straight up adjustment. 3.9. Four rings. Oh, and I hit it one ring great to the right. And I was a little short against that headwind. Put a little bit too much backspin on it. If there was no wind, it would have ended up right at the cup, but with pushing it back, every bounce is getting pushed back. And with that much backspin, the bounces are high. I should have pulled further back on that shot setup to see if I could run less backspin with that grizzly. I didn't play it right. Or I might have played it right, but I was unprepared. I shot that round yesterday and I've forgotten all about it now. Grizzly. Katana. On this next hole, I am 100% sure. Grizzly, Katana. Let's just go play it. I'll take a grizzly and a katana, please. See what the red lines are. I think I've got a kingmaker on, right? Like the red line's way up there, so I'm going to switch this to a katana. Because I think I've been doing this shot with a katana. .8. I'm just going to do a straight up adjustment. There's 1, 2, 3, 8. And I had one ring great to the left. And a little bit too much speed. Arrgh! I was set up on the right hand side, so like anything to the right would have missed completely, and it may have actually ended up on the left because of how it bounces out of there. And anything on the left, there was a shot, and a perfect could have been right in the cup, right on the other side of the flagpole. Close. Had three pretty good holes in a row as far as like the shot into the cup. At least I gave myself a shot at it. On that first hole, I was in the rough taking that shot coming in, but that's still definitely a serious Albie shot from up there. See if my opponent can get in the hole. Get in the hole. Good luck. Yeah, they still might make that shot though. They still got a shot at it. Now they're wishing I would have made a hole in one. See if we can get the one with get in the hole. Get in the hole. They hit it perfect, it'll go in the hole. And Spitfire right there, you may be able to catch it great to the left or the right and it's still go in the hole because you can get that ball guide so close to you. That's in the hole. Get in the hole. That's what I'm talking about. That works. Excellent job. They recovered. They're high-fiving it right now. Good job. Good luck in the tournament. Hole number 4. Let's see what hole number 4 is. Try and remember hole number 4. All right. All right. Let me think. Hole number 4, extra mile. Kingmaker. I use Titans in practice. We're using Kingmakers today, cutting the wind down just a little. Kingmaker. I want my bag with the Guardian in it. There we go. That is good to go. And it's extra mile Guardian. That should be the only 2 clubs that I'm going to need. We're going to go get an eagle right here. Haven't picked anything up. Haven't dropped anything. Had some close shots. Need to pick it up. Need to pick something up. What's I doing here? 4 top spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. $2.8. Do about a ring and a half. That's 3.1.5. I'm going to lean just a little, no overpower. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. Bounce number 1. Bounce number 2. Getting the run across. And that puts me back from where I was yesterday. Yesterday I was way down there on the edge. I mean, like literally there was a blade of grass between me and the rough. We'll see. I think I had plenty of distance with my Guardian, but I think I was back from the red line. So this is going to pull my red line back and see if I still have enough room to do the rough bump and work out the wind against a headwind. And I'm just going to do a straight up shot at minimum club. Well, it was at minimum, so I might be at mid now. So I have plenty of room. Plenty of room with my Guardian. And any of these types of holes right here, it would be better to bring out a marlin if you wanted to bring out a lower ball, because that little bit of side spin is really big on these types of courses. Because there's so much movement out on the course, and it helps you get around a little bit, just having just that little bit of side spin. Okay, so there's min. There's max. So I'm eking up towards max. Max club with my Guardian's 1-1 per ring. One backspin. So it's 3.8 divided by 1.1. It's 3.445 rings. There's 3, 4, 4, 5. That was a perfect 4, 4, 5. Oh, jeez. I don't think I've hit a shot perfect today, and that's not good. You can't hit these shots that was great to the right, and it ended up great to the right. You need to hit them perfect in order to get the deal. You can see how much movement's out here on the course where it's going uphill or downhill or side hill. And so when you hit right to the left to the right, it can do all kinds of weird stuff. It can be a ways away like that. It can go the opposite direction. Gotta hit them perfect. My buddy Scooby always said that, like, the reason that he never wanted to do the wind ring method is because he could go out there and eyeball it, and even if he hit it great or even maybe good to the left or the right, he still had a shot because he didn't do some big adjustment or make some adjustment where we absolutely knew how much we were moving. So technically, if you're doing the wind ring method and you got all your numbers right, if you don't hit it perfect, it will never go in. You have to hit it perfect. But sometimes you get lucky. If you can't be good, be lucky. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see if my opponent can get in from there. Let's check out Bagger. 8,837 games. 57 hole-in-ones and 13 albies. I don't even know how many games I played. 11,135. 274 hole-in-ones and 160 albies. Excellent. Nice shot. Nice shot, man. Probably playing against replays. That's why they're all recovering. What hole are we on here? Hole number 5. Hole number 5. Midway. All right. Now, I had one of my viewers talk, and the deal is on this hole, like everybody has, you need to have 100% faith in the shot that you're doing on this hole. And so I have faith in my shot on this hole. I've made a lot of hole-in-ones on this hole, and so it's not that I'm not willing to learn how to play it a different way, but I've had a lot of success with the way that I play it. I'm taking a Guardian. I'm not sure what ball I'm taking. I'm not sure what ball I have to take. I didn't write that down. Let's take a low wind 2 ball, because I don't think I need a lot of side spin. Let's select that, and if that doesn't work, if the side spin there doesn't work, what does it say? Sliver. Yeah, that should work. So I'm using 4 backspin and a sliver of left-hand side spin. I go first. And this is 1.4 times 2.1 equals, divided by 1.1 equals 2.67 rings. And I'm going to get up in this area. I'm doing 4 backspin and a sliver of left-hand side spin. Leading it right to it. 2.67 rings. There's the 6-7. There's 2. I gotta snap it. Hitting it perfect. Hit back just a little bit in it. Right on track. I love that hole. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. It seemed like I was putting on, the past it was like 6 backspin. You could move it a little bit closer. I still like hitting in that first cut of the rough, and you can see where it rolls up in that the upper rough has 2 sides to it. So if you're on this face right here, you can get it to roll down the hill, but if you hit up towards the top, you get a big bounce. And if you hit on the other side, it'll bounce backwards and go into the sand. So I usually don't like to work my adjustment off of that second cut. And that could be a long ass putt. Could be. Getting it perfect. In the hole. Let's see if this is a max overpower putt for my opponent. I would bet that it's going to be close to a max overpower putt, if not. Yeah, it's an overpowered putt. This course is not a course to hit your ball past the cup. I must be playing replays because Last couple times I've played somebody on that. Good luck. I'm playing replays and then I'm emojing them. Look at that. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? I can't even remember. All right, I'm playing this hole different too. I'm playing all of these holes from the side to a spot that I haven't played before, that I've never played before in a tournament. So I normally played here where you got the bounce. I would think about doing 10%, plus 10% on this, and then I have no idea on this shot. And I'm trying to get it out into here as far as I can so that I can take the shot coming around and give myself a window over here. I'm going to bring an APOC and a Guardian. I'm going to bring my number 5 bag. I think I got that bag set up just for this hole. Just for this hole. What kind of ball am I bringing? Power 4 ball. And I probably want to bring, I'm going to bring one of those open balls because it's got the 4 side spin. And I think in this situation, side spin's what I'm looking for. Five and a half top spin. So I'm going to do 2 rings off, 5.5 top spin, maybe a little bit more. 2 rings off, 5.5 top spin, maximum left hand side spin. And then I'm going to pull it to the first. And I'm going to put a bunch of curl on it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm 2 rings off. And what am I putting? 5.5. There's 3, 4, 5.5. It's 1.5 per ring, so a ring and a half. Right back to the red line. Put some curl on it to bring it back over to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. Now it's about if I hit it over and bleed off. Stop! Just a little bit too far. Just a bit too far. I might be in a world of trouble here. The good news is I brought a power 4 ball, and I have a Nirvana in my bag. So as long as I can get to this fairway right here, I can bounce it over. I got enough top spin. But I still got a shot. Maybe. I keep forgetting to put my grid on, and I was in a little bit of overpower there. And I thought I put it back to the center, but I think I was still in slight overpower. Am I doing anything to the cup here? I didn't write anything down to the cup. I don't think I like this shot to the cup. We're at max club. I'm going to do a 2 ring pull. It puts me about half a ring into power. Max curl and just a little teeny bit of overpower. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. Just try and bleed it up there so that I can recover. Don't try and get too jiggy with it. We don't want to make a bad situation worse. So I didn't put myself in the spot that I was going for. So sometimes you can still go for it, and sometimes you just need to recover. It's better to come up here and get my eagle and move on than to leave here with a birdie. And I like my chances of chipping it in from off the green from the bottom a lot more than I do from the top. Especially if you have lower developed clubs. because you won't have a lot of ball guide, and it's trying to follow that hill down, and it's kind of difficult. Just a bit off. Close. A lot closer than me. All right, here we go. Hit a one ring great to the right. It's on the downhill side. Woo! All right, recovered. Yeah, that was a critical shot right there. Can't drop anything off the minimum when you're doing these 9-hole cups. I mean, these are just like go at it. Throw everything out there so that you're trying to put yourself in a spot to pick it up. So as long as you can go for those shots like that, and you can still recover. And you didn't make it, but you went for it, and those times that you make it, those are like winning shots, just trying to pick one up. And hole number 9, we have to get hole number 9. So the minimum score is -12, regardless of what people will tell you. You have to pick up the eagle on hole number 9. But you need to pick up at least one other shot in order to have any kind of shot towards the top. And I haven't picked anything up. We got 3 killer holes right here. All right, this par 3 right here. Never really had a lot of success on this par 3, but we're going to sniper the Kingmaker. We'll cut the wind down just a little. I have just enough. Off we roll. Let's see if we can get a hole in one here. Okay, so I'm doing, I think I'm at max club. I'm doing 1 per ring plus 10%. All right, here we go. Ron goes first. Okay, with that wind works for us for doing the rough bump. I mean, that any wind will work in the rough bump, but like epic fail time, that wind right there, it's harder to epic fail. If you overpull or underpull, you're still pretty much in the middle of the rough pad. You're not having to pull out of it. So it's harder to epic fail. I've never had a lot of success on this hole. I've made some hole-in-ones on it, but it's not one of those holes that I've, like, there's so much movement on the green. See if my opponent can get up there. Hitting it perfect. And that right there is exactly the thing of hitting from that side, as I always seem to be off the cup. Like, it was really hard to like get right at it. Okay, so there's max. So I'm at max club. Times 1.9 equals divided by 1. Divided by 1. It's 2 rings, 2.1 rings. And there's 2 in the sliver. Oh, I cannot hit anything perfect today. That was great to the left. That's not helping me. Great to the left. I think if I could just hit those, if I'd hit just like half of them perfect, I might have picked up one. I don't think I've hit a single shot into the hole, into the cup perfect all day. And what hole are we on? Holy shit, we're in 7 holes in, and I haven't hit a perfect yet. I do get an Albie shot on hole number 9 if I can get the ball in the right spot. And I do have a shot at eagle on this next hole. So I do have that going for me. And the Dalai Lama blessed some stuff. Birdie. Birdie. Let's see where we're at. Hole number 8. All right, hole number 8. We got to get serious here. All right, I can definitely get the eagle here, and I'm going and I'm working the shot over to here because I normally go right to the outside of this edge and straight up hornet coming in. But here I got out into my mid kingfisher. With my rock, I did 4 top spin, max on the left-hand side spin, plus 16 white ring outside on the left. Okay, so I got some notes here on where to set it up. I'm doing a max curl shot. Taking my number 2 bag. Number 2, da-da-da-da. And I tried this with a Titan. I'd really like to stick with a 2 side spin ball because that's where the shot's set up. We'll just take a Titan. That will be fine. We'll just go play it. Rock, Titan, 4, top spin, maximum left-hand side spin. White ring outside on the right, plus 10 on the drive. Plus 0 to the cup if I can get to the right spot. 2-7. My device is running out of power. We're running out of power. Hey, Captain. This is Scotty. I'm giving them all, she's Captain. See if my opponent can get to the right spot. Perfect. See if they can get out to the shadows. I think they're going to clip the rough. They're going to bleed out. Perfect. That's not quite the distance they were looking for, but that shot will work. That'll work. That works. Okay, with my rock, I'm white ring off on this side. Max and 4. 4 and just a sliver. 2-5. There's 2-5, 2-7-5. If I do 10%, max curl. I don't think I went out far enough. I think I'm going to clip right. Ooh, just made it. Now did I put on too much? Perfect. Perfect. That's right where I wanted to be. All right, so I'm in with a kingfisher. I should be in mid club, and I'm going to play mid club at 1.6 per ring, and I'm not going to do any special adjustment other than just a normal wind adjustment. So whatever the wind is divided by 1.6. And let's try and hit 1 perfect. I only need to hit 1 perfect. I only need to pick up 1 shot to have any shot towards the top. So let's just pick up 1. Because none of these shots are going to go in if I don't catch perfect. What's disappointing is when you catch the perfects and they don't go in. But it won't go in if you don't hit perfect. What the hell is my opponent doing? Heading great to the right. Like you were in the perfect spot for the rough bump, dude. What were you doing? What were you doing? So I'm right there at that mid, so it's 4.1 divided by 1.6. It's 2.56 rings. .5, 6 rings. There's 2, 5, 6. Oh, Jesus, I cannot hit anything perfect. That was great. And it looked like it was going to be a little short. But I think if it would have been perfect, it would have been right there on the inside of that cup. It would have just fallen right in. Right there. I know that I'm capable of hitting at least one shot perfect. Maybe we're going to save it for the last hole and I'll get an Albie on the last hole. So maybe we can get that going for us. But there's no shot at all. There's no shot at all being towards the top if you don't at least pick up one and pick up hole number 9. So now we got to get an Albie on hole number 9 and pick up that eagle. All right. No pressure. I got this shot in my bag. It's a draw. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm 100% sure I'm going to have to shoot. Let's go get an Apocalypse and an open ball. An APOC and the open ball. And I'm going to make sure that I have a Guardian in that bag. I'm going to do 5 1/4 top spin. Sliver of right hand side spin. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. We got favorable wind for us. 5 1/4 top spin. I might actually switch to my extra mile bag since we've got tailwind and I can pull the wind out, so I've got better ball guide. We'll see what kind of red line distance I have out there. If you can get all the way on that, you might be able to bounce over to the other side and have that in. You could go for that shot. And you'd have a real serious shot at Albie. And it does have a little bit of a, you can see how that mound is humped up on the back, so as it rolls across it, it's going uphill the whole way and slows down. But you might get a good bounce off of that. That's exactly what my opponent was trying to do. Get over. See how far I can get. Hey, let's try and get over there. Now I'm just going to put it right here. I know I can. I know that from here I can get the deal. 3-6. I'm just going to move it 2. And leave a little bit in. And I hit it 1 ring right to the left. I should have leaned a little bit to the right because I want this shot to go to the right and not bleed off into that rough. It'll put me a little short of where I want to be as far as the shot going straight at it. I might be able to work myself around this tree instead of having to go in between them. Because you're trying to come in at this angle and you're almost on that tree, so if you could start over here and use side spin, you may be able to avoid the trees altogether and have a straight in shot. Obviously, if you could make it over here, you got a beautiful tee rough bump, especially with the way the wind's blowing here. That'll be a pretty good move. I think I'm a little bit too far back, even with a power 4 ball. Maybe. This wind's kind of helping me. And here it's just a bounce, steady bounce. I wouldn't even try and worry about getting up there. I've got enough topspin on that if you can get a second bounce here and just try and get over to the other side. Or they can't do max overpower. It's their shot. That might work. It's going to be close. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. I'm right at max club. Let's see if there's enough side spin on this to get me back around. Hey, get your ass over here where I can see you. There he is. So it's 4.5. That's 4 rings and a sliver. I'm just going to do 4 rings. And I hit a 1 ring great to the left. And I clipped that tree. In the drink. In the drink he goes. Oh man, now I got to make this shot just to get my eagle. I was going for it, and look at that. And a great to the right should not have, well, I should be past that tree. I'm going to help myself out here by immediately putting on maximum right-hand side spin so I can get as far away from that tree as possible. Because this shot is going in the cup. I'm not walking away from this hole with anything less than an eagle. This hole's too easy to eagle. I could have went the way that my opponent went and just laid it up there and got an eagle. So like going for the Albie, I took a risk, and now I gotta shut up or put up or shut up. All right, maximum side spin. 2.3. That's about 2 rings. And I freaking hit it great to the right again. I hit it right into the tree again. Not close. Yep. Everybody's having fun until somebody puts an eye out. It's all fun and games, man. And you go out there and you don't make minimum score on a hole. It throws the whole round off. Minus 12 probably would have given me a top 20. Minus 11 is arrgh. All right, that's how those tournaments go. If you're going for shots, I just couldn't pick anything up, and then dropped one. Look at that. That's a double whammy. Going in there trying to pick one up on top of the eagle and end up. And where's the minus 12s? I think minus 13 or 14's got to be at the top. Minus 13, picking up one, and I came in with a 14, so I would have. All I had to do was pick up one and shoot the minimum. And I would have been I would have been in second place if I hadn't dropped that shot. That's the one drop shot, dicking around. Takes you from a banner to 9th place. Ba-bam! That quick. All right, that was the Mirage 9-hole cup final round. Thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody had a great tournament.